Welcome, everyone, to Collision After Dark, otherwise known as.
The Garage.
That's right. And I'm just going to play the intro. Here we go.
Tell me what's my age. Tell me what's my occupation. Tell me what's my race. Tell me is it with inflation. Tell me what's my age. Tell me what's my race. Tell me all my sexual distaste. Tell me what you need. Tell me how you feel. And tell me all your information. Tell me how it's fresh. Tell me if the item is for sale. And tell me if it is.
Welcome, everyone, to Collision After Dark. I am one of your hosts. I'm, of course, the patron saint of professional wrestling. I'm that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. I'm Canada F and Dry, and this is my cohort. He's on many shows with me. Introduce yourself.
I am the effing Golden Graham. I'm going to do my best Mr. Isaacs impression tonight. I know it will pale in comparison, but I will try to do him justice tonight.
Yeah, we'll see how she goes. Of course, he's known by many names. He's known as Just in Time. He's known as the Laughatron 5000, and now he's known as Juicy Justin. How you doing, Juicy?
I'm good. Before we get started, I'm kind of disappointed in myself that I lost this week, but hey, I'm just glad I'm doing so
Well, you
well
didn't
for last
lose.
season.
Did
Well,
you
no,
win by
not
a tiebreaker?
technically, yes.
So
I do get a
you'll
rematch.
get another shot. That's all that matters, right? Of course,
Yeah,
we're talking about our
just
AFW
glad that-
Prediction League for those who are watching who don't know.
I'm just glad that I'm doing better than I was last season.
Yeah. We have an AFW Prediction League. If you're watching, you can join that with us if you want. So I'm at the gas station today. I'm getting some Monster energy drinks
Not a sponsor.
because Debbie sucks. So I'm waiting in line, and this kid, he's getting a Slurpee with his mom, and he's like, his mom's like, can you put a straw in your Slurpee? And he's like, I don't want a straw. He's like using chopsticks from like the stir drinks. He's like, I'm using them chopsticks. And they're just like, just get a straw, okay? You're gonna regret this later.
Right?
Anyway, so he gets the straw, and then he looks at me, hey, that's a cool shirt. He's like, where'd you get that shirt? I'm like, well, I have a store online and I make them. And he's like, oh, can I buy that one? I'm like, no, I can't buy my shirt. And then his mom's like, you're not getting a shirt. It's a finger. And it's like,
Don't think a kid walking around with a ghost giving the middle
well, that's
finger
what I
is.
said. Also, I was like, yeah, your school will love that one.
Yes.
Next thing you know, he'll be in detention for the next couple of months.
Well, there's not very many shirts that we have on the thing that are suitable for school.
Yeah.
Yeah, not many.
Like the
Wreckage and Mayhem shirts are.
Well, anything with AFW or the Hot Wheels one, because it's just it just says all effing. But even that's a little questionable, right?
Yeah, for school.
Yeah.
Okay, so should we get started with this review of Collision tonight?
Okay, so where are we gonna start?
Start at the beginning. Where else would we start?
Oh, yeah, I guess so, right?
So we start the show with nice to see back our pre-show interviews. We have
Well, they also did it on Dynamite too.
did they? I don't think I caught that.
Yeah,
I
it
might have
started
missed
with this little segment. I like starting the show that way. Hey,
Yeah.
New
Yeah,
Power.
they started off with the MJF interview with Renee backstage.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep, I remember that now.
I love that. It's just adds a different feel to the show.
Right. So we started out with FTR. They say their little thing, and then we cut to Big Bill and Ricky Starks, and Big Bill apparently can't keep FTR and LFI correct.
I will move.
Then we cut to Lance Archer with Jake the Snake. Good to see Jake back on TV. And then we jump to Swerve, who gets jumped by AR Fox, and I absolutely love this. It's just a nice hot way to start the show. You sit there, you
Yeah,
see
it's
AR
beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, AR Fox kicks them, then they roll to the opening package, and then you see AR Fox and Swerve coming down the ring. So, and that leads us right into our first match, which is AR Fox versus Swerve. Great match, nonstop action. Both guys look good, real athletic. Swerve clearly wins. So, what do you think, Juicy Justin?
It's kind of the best way for him to build up towards this Hangman Page match at Full Gear. Now that it's finally announced for Full Gear, so I would be absolutely shocked if Swerve takes a loss, but I don't think he'll take a loss leading up to Full Gear.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. I don't see him losing. I kind of hope he wins at Full Gear.
I hope so too.
So, what
I
about
really
you
do.
there, Canada Dry?
Oh, I adored this match. Like, I love the opening package leading to the start of the match. I just thought that was brilliant. Some really good, like, strong offense for AR Fox to start the match. Like, it was, I really love this match. AR Fox and Swerve, they just have some good chemistry together. And I can understand why they wanted to give AR Fox the push previously. And I liked how they talked about how this is revenge for getting kicked out of the Mogul Embassy.
Yes. Okay. So then after the match, we have what seems to be pretty common for Collision is a big schmoz. Out comes who do we start out with? We what was it? Gates of Agony come out, and then what? FTR comes out, Bill comes out, then LFI comes out. Just a little build up for the main event.
So when did they start calling him LFI? Was this just recent? Because they were calling him by their full name for the longest time.
I think LFI is a lot easier to say than Los Facciones.
I can't even say it. Can you say it?
Los Facciones Ingobernables.
See, I can't even say it. I can say LFI though.
Yeah.
Don't even try to get me to say it because I'll probably just screw it up.
Yeah. So
So what I have a question.
yes.
So where did the name Juicy Justin come from? How did you become so juicy?
I don't know the deal. Sean pretty much came up with it for Aces High, so it was either that or I become the Joker, and I do not want to become the Joker.
No, you're like, I'll be juicy for you, Sean.
I just said like I'll just do any name change that you want me to do, and he's like, okay, yeah, Juicy Justin, there you go do it.
Perfect.
Okay. And then after that, we get our House of Black appearance out in the stands, and of course, who was it? Shivani was like, or someone was like, "Where are they?" Like, come on, guys, we can clearly see them sitting.
Where are they? Maybe they legit didn't know where they were.
And then we got a recap of this past Wednesday. MJF and a Bullet Club Gold interview. Nothing really important there. You guys have anything to say about that?
Was this prior to the MJF? Was this MJF coming up after?
It was the MJF promo and then the Bullet Club Gold promo.
Because the MJF promo was on par for everything that he's done. It was so good.
Yes, I agree with that.
Bullet Club Gold promo was annoying.
Yeah.
Annoying. It was like they're little kids in a playground.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know why, but I feel like Jay White
and MJF. Jay, I was like, what are you, like 6-year-old girls?
Dude, I feel like Jay White's promo is the game has like fallen off significantly in the last couple weeks.
Well, it's just like I think it's being exposed. I don't think he's bad, but he can't stand toe to toe with MJF.
No, not at all.
Your thoughts, Juicy?
Yeah, this might be one of the most either hardest match to predict at Full Gear or maybe one of the predictable ones. I have no idea where they're going
But
with
did
this.
you like the promos?
Oh, I love the promos, absolutely. I do agree with you a little bit on the Jay White thing, though. I don't know. If I had to pick one between Jay and MJF, I would have to go MJF over Jay White.
Okay, so next
Well,
up
we don't
we get
know.
we get match number 2 of the night, which is the Kingdom with Roddy Strong versus a Brixton Nash and a James McGrath or something. I didn't quite
First,
catch.
I thought it was the Iron Savages because they kind of looked like that.
It looked like them for a second, but then I was like, "There's no way they would sit there and do the Savages like this. This is a squish match, Really, not much to talk about."
Well, yeah, the Kingdom needed something big like this, though.
Yeah, I know we didn't really talk about this. I really wish the Kingdom would have been who helped MJF on Wednesday. I think that would have done more for their character and for MJF than the Acclaim.
I agree because like the Acclaim don't really need it.
Right? No.
Like they're over. Like if they would have got the Kingdom over, that would have been gold.
I think it would have.
I don't mean to cut any of you guys off, but here's my thoughts on that, and I do agree with you, Joe. I really thought the Kingdom would have helped out MJF as well over the Acclaimed. But here's my exact thoughts on it. Why? I know what Tony Khan and AEW were trying to do with this whole entire. Well, who is MJF going to pick for partners? Why couldn't they just say the Acclaimed right at the beginning and then just be like, okay, yeah, Acclaimed, yeah, cool.
It's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it would have been cool to have the Kingdom do it because then you could have had him cost the match instead of like taking a bullet for him. You just have him cost him the match.
Anything else? We're good to go.
We're
good to go.
Okay, so next up, match number 3, Lance Archer versus Darby Allin. I was pleasantly surprised by this match, mainly because like it's been so long since I've seen Lance Archer do more than just a squash match that I found myself enjoying this more than I probably would have.
I did as well.
So yeah, like and then we'll go ahead and throw this in afterwards. Jake gets thrown out mid-match and then comes back out with the Righteous. So what do we think about a Righteous and Lance Archer?
Well, let's cover our thoughts on the match first.
Okay.
And we'll do that second. Who
So
you
go ahead,
who
Ken
you
and Dry.
calling?
Ken and Dry, you go ahead first.
All right. So yeah, I adored this because everyone got a pop. Everyone got pushed forward. Like Lance Archer dominated Darby Allin, and it was just over a fluke, kind of like this miraculous Darby win. And then, well, what do you think, Justin?
I honestly thought Lance Archer was going to win this one. I did not really expect Darby Allin to, but I'm just glad we got this more of a match over the squish match that we had before this match.
Okay, let me ask you both a question. Do you think that finish was supposed to be the finish like that?
I think so.
Yeah, I do too.
Really, even with Archer kicking out like he did right there, like right after the 3, doing the Hogan kick out?
Well, yeah, because if you just like make it look like he didn't get it, like he was a little late. Like I've seen that other times in wrestling where he just didn't quite kick out in time.
I mean, like Bobby Fish and CM Punk. Okay, so what do we think about the little stable that Jake the Snake Roberts is building up with the Righteous?
I'm loving this stable because it does things. It does something for Lance Archer. It does something for the Righteous. It does something for Jake the Snake. Like everyone looks like a bigger deal.
And it looks like we're going to get a Righteous versus Sting and Darby maybe a little match. What do you think, Juicy Justin?
Righteous versus Sting and Darby. Yes, please.
You know what I would be cool if the Righteous became like like those religious snake handlers.
Yes,
and they would carry the snake.
Ooh, that would be good.
Take the snake. Like like make them like those people that are like, you gotta touch the snake.
As long as they don't look, as long as Vincent doesn't start speaking in tongues, we're good, okay?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, like I think that would be cool. I don't think they'll do it because like they don't have our minds.
Right. So you want to do some sponsorship stuff real quick?
Yes, that's a good idea. Let's just knock them all out, okay?
That works.
Get them out of the way. So, have you ever thought about becoming a professional wrestler? Justin, have you thought of becoming a professional wrestler?
Oh,
no,
no. Manager, maybe.
Yeah. So, if you want to become a professional wrestler, you can head on down to Largo, Florida, and join Fight the World Wrestling. You can go to fighttheworldwrestling.com, and it's $250, and it's run by Brian Idol and Natalia Markova. Like, these guys are amazing. They could be on any promotion in the world, and you could have a chance to be join the NWA and be on the CW when the TV program is on. Anyone else want to say anything about that?
I mean, it's only $250 a month.
Yeah,
good deal, and you learn from well-known and legit professional wrestlers, unlike some of these other schools that are out there. Like, you already have an in with the NWA, basically. So, I mean, seems like a good place to start, at least.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, speaking of Natalia Markova, she is, I don't want to give any spoilers, but I'm going to do it anyways. She wins the Kill City Cup.
Nice.
And this thing, if you haven't seen it, Justin, have you seen the Kill City Cup yet? You got to watch it, dude. This thing is awesome.
Look, the best way to explain Kill City Cup for me is basically like Lucha Underground meets Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, and they're at over 15,000 views now.
Nice.
So they're getting there. Luke Roberts is such a good guy, and we're happy that we were the first people to just kind of jump on board. So without further ado, let's show the video.
Welcome to the Kill City Cup.
Yes, of course. That's you can if you're not watching live, you can hit the description link in the description. It'll take you right to the Kill City Cup. And this thing is under an hour long, so and it's a good watch. It's definitely a good watch. It's entertaining.
Okay.
So back to our regular schedule programming. What we got next?
So up next, we got a couple of interview segments. We have what feels like Deja Vu Part 3, where Chris Statlander and Willow and Sky Blue are sitting in the back. And Chris is like, good job, Sky Blue. You made the right decision. And Sky still seems kind of iffy, but is like, I only did it because I've been friends with Willow since the beginning. And she's like, I honestly, like, I thought this was setting up for like a run-in later on, but we'll get to that. And then the other one is,
I don't understand Sky Blue's hate for Chris Statlander.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Chris Statlander's like so lovable.
Right. And Sky Blue used to be so lovable.
Yeah. Well, she's being the more to her true self.
Maybe. I guess.
Well, we heard some things about her. Like she one of the girls in the AFW chat was saying that she rolled her eyes at her because she didn't know what the procedure to get an autograph from her was.
Maybe it was just a bad day. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Or maybe it's a Jack Perry situation all over again.
Possible.
Any comments?
Do you have anything to say about this?
I got nothing.
I mean, there's really not much to say. It feels like this is like the third time we've seen these three ladies just standing backstage.
And it's the same sort of thing over and over again. Where are you going with this?
Yeah.
Yeah. This also kind of reminds me a little bit about the whole entire Judgment Day situation over on the other company.
Do you think that Statlander is going to get missed in the eyes?
I think so. It's got. What else could this be leading to besides just that? Has to be what we get, or it just seems like this is a waste of time.
If that doesn't happen, waste of time.
Are they trying to lead up to Sky Blue getting a TBS title shot at Full Gear?
I mean, if they are, they're doing a bad job of building it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, another interview backstage with Alex Zebrahantis, who is promptly interrupted by Swerve Strickland, which basically sets up a match for Dynamite this Wednesday, which I'm very much looking forward to, is Swerve and Penta. I mean, it's going to be a great match. There's really nothing else to talk about. Canada Dry?
Well, yeah, Swerve is on a winning streak here in order to take that loss at Full Gear.
I know. It's so dumb.
Like, yes, like just to get Hangman.
What about you, Juicy Justin? What are your thoughts on the match?
I'm looking forward to this match, honestly. Man, I don't know.
I feel like there's someone on the other side of the camera doing something to Justin.
Better say it all I want you to.
Don't get me wrong. I'm really looking forward to this match, and I'm really glad that Portland's getting this match. What I'm not gonna enjoy is if Swerve keeps winning and then loses in LA at Full Gear, because that's not what should happen at all.
I agree.
Is there any way that Swerve can get a victory here and still build Hangman up? There could be another route you do this where Hangman doesn't lose. He doesn't lose.
But I don't know. I don't know what's in the mind of Tony Khan.
Maybe
right
the
now.
Bucks play into this somehow and their heel turn, maybe?
Possibly.
You know what? If Bucks cost Hangman the win,
Like they accidentally kick Hangman when they're going for Swerve, maybe.
I mean, they did look absolutely not happy after losing the 6-man titles on Wednesday.
Right.
but then again, do we want to see the Bucks like have just another same story that they've done over and over again already?
No.
Not really, but
No, just kind of like agree to like, okay, we're breaking up. We're just gonna
here's my question. The Young Bucks won the right to face the tag team champions at Full Gear, right?
No, it's anytime in the future. They never said Full Gear.
Oh. I don't know. I keep on thinking that the announcer keeps on saying like, well, Young Bucks get a title shot at Full Gear, because I was thinking like, oh, okay, no, but I'm just glad it's anytime in the future, not in LA.
Should it be great if Hangman costs them the titles, so then they do the same thing?
But we've already had that story before too.
Yeah, we did, and that didn't work out too well.
At the same show, they both cost each other.
No, but we've had where Hangman's already cost the.
Yeah,
Bucks.
that's right. That's right. So maybe that's not the way to go, to do that all over again.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like, and I really hate to say this, but it feels like at the moment the Elite, or it's like the Elite, like they've taken over Cody's little island that was in AEW. It feels very disconnected from everything else going on in AEW.
Yeah, like in order for them to like gain the star power back, you got the Young Bucks going heel, you got Kenny doing his thing, and you got to have Hangman doing his own thing. You just can't have them together anymore.
I mean, I know AEW is definitely like the land of factions, but
yeah,
I think at this point, I think for at least for like a year or so, just sort of just.
Yeah, I love it. They lost like 2 years and then they get the band back together.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, Brucey, Justin? All right, let's move on.
So up next, we have the 69-day celebration of the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn as Trios champions. Like, I enjoyed this. Just seeing Billy Gunn go out there just having a blast. Like, it was fun. We'll talk about this part before we get to what happened afterwards.
Yeah, who gets a trophy on your 69th day? It's so ridiculous. You know what? We didn't get no trophy on our 69th show.
No. Why didn't we?
Why didn't we get a trophy?
What do you think, Justin? What you think about this celebration?
I mean, it was great, like you said, Joe. I don't know. I don't really got much to say about this except it was great, and I'm really happy for the Acclaim, though.
Did you like the 69 trophy?
Yes.
Would you 69 that trophy?
No.
So, I think my favorite part of this before we go on to the next is you have Kevin Kelly going over the stats like, oh, the Acclaimed have done like 8 or 9 defenses in 69 days, which makes it the most winningest. And then Nigel just calls him like a nerd or something.
Yeah.
Okay, and then after that, they get interrupted by Dalton Castle and the boys.
That was shocking.
Extremely shocking. They come
Like,
out.
first I was like, are they there to just celebrate with them? Or they
That's
just
what I thought. And then, they did your favorite thing, Canada Dry. He fed the peacocks with his imaginary food.
You gotta feed the peacocks.
And they come
It would
out.
be better if it was actually like sparkles, and like after he did it, he threw it in the air.
That would be fun. The boys come out, steal the trophy, give it to Dalton Castle. He slams it down on the ground, which leads to an impromptu trios title match. And the match was good. It was fun. It was your typical Acclaimed and Billy Gunn 6-man title match. What are your thoughts on this, Justin?
Can I go last on this one?
Sure. What's up, Canada Dry?
I found it entertaining, but I want to talk about Dalton Castle and the boys going heel. I love them as a heel because Dalton Castle could get over as a face easy because he's just got so much charisma. Like, imagine what he can do as a heel.
Well, I've seen what he can do as a heel in ROH.
Yeah, they need to just put this guy on TV a lot.
When he was in ROH as a heel, he was just a dick to the boys, pushing around, abusing them. Okay, Juicy Justin, what are your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, I really like this match. I didn't have any bad things about this match to say.
Justin, if you could feed the boys something, what would you feed them?
Oh boy,
What would you feed the boys?
With cream.
I'm gonna.
You gotta feed them something. They're coming over for dinner. What
Gotta
are you
make a
doing?
choice here, Justin. No
Dang.
plead in the fifth here, sir.
Okay, fine. Maybe grapes or something.
Oh, you'd feed them grapes, some sexy grapes. Here you go, little boys. Gloria, what would you feed the boys?
I think I'd give them some like magic fairy dust, where they just sprout some wings on the back, and then they can really start flying around the ring.
I would feed them some cheese and crackers.
There you go.
This
I was trying to be funny. I couldn't think of a legitimate thing to feed them.
He's got some fairy dust. All right. Moving along to our next segment.
Oh, up next, so we have our next match, which was set up by an interview earlier where I forgot to mention Kip Sabian said him and the Workhorsemen are going to take on Mark Briscoe if he can find two friends in a six-man tag match. So we get Kip Sabian and the Workhorsemen versus Mark Briscoe, Dustin Rhodes, and Keith Lee. Once again, I feel like there's just too many multi-man matches tonight, is my opinion. I don't think they should have done two six-man tags back-to-back. I mean, this match wasn't horrible by any means.
So we're revealing to the world who the secret tag team partners are. You just revealed
Yeah.
it. What's the next segment?
You guys don't have any thoughts on this match? No, we're talking about the match. I sort of
it's the match. Okay,
Yes.
I thought you're talking about the segment where
the segment had happened a few minutes before. I skipped over it because there wasn't really anything to
All right.
talk about.
Yeah. It was a filler match.
Yes.
It was okay, but nothing special. I'm not hating on it, but yeah, it was just a way to get all these guys on TV.
Justin?
Yeah, I agree with Canada Dry up there. Nothing too special about this. Just a filler match.
Okay, well, probably the more important thing that happens is after a match, we go to the back, and Mark Briscoe calls out / accepts that Eliminator tournament match against Jay White. Mark Briscoe is like, I've beaten you multiple times before in tag matches. Let's go Wednesday, and I'll beat you up again because you run around with a title that ain't yours. So what do we think about that?
And he challenges him for his shot at Full Gear.
Yes, that would be on the line too. So
Tony Khan approves this.
Yep.
But I don't know if he approved the stip.
I think so.
I'm like, why wouldn't you earn the stip if you beat him?
I mean, you should. I mean, if you're walking around with a title belt, if I beat you, I'm taking the title belt.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Justin?
I'm glad Tony Khan approved this because I really thought that this would have been the announcement that he made on Wednesday, but I can understand the ticket thing. But okay, cool. We get an eliminator to see if he gets the title or not. I'm just interested on the stipulation, to be honest, of what it is.
Well, here's the thing, Juicy Justin. There's no way in hell Mark Briscoe's beating.
Oh, no shot. Nope.
No, there's a snowball's chance in hell of him walking away with that win. So the stip doesn't matter, really, if you think about it.
So let me ask you guys, what's your opinion on this? You got to beat the champ to get a shot to beat the champ for the title. Because I
No,
hate
but
it.
he's not the champ.
No,
I
I'm
don't.
just saying. But that's what WWE, I mean, AEW does a
don't.
lot.
I don't mind it. I don't
Really?
mind it. If you we do this in AFW. If you beat the champ, you deserve a shot.
What about you,
mind it.
Justin?
I don't like it. I don't
Why?
like it.
Why?
Because what's the point about beating the champ to get a title shot and then losing to the champ in the title match? I don't
Well,
like
it proves
it.
you're worthy.
It proves you're okay. Yes, it proves you're worthy. Yes, but
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of beating the champion, then having the champion get the win back. That's just me personally.
Well, it also makes the champ look weaker, though, right?
Yes, it does. I would say it does. Okay. Sixth match of the night. There's a lot of matches on tonight for some reason.
Yeah, for what it was.
We get Emi Sakura versus Willow. I mean, it was a fine match, cut in the middle again by picture in picture. I mean, I don't really have much to say about this match. It was serviceable.
yeah.
What do you think, Canada Dry?
It was a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be.
Like I said, I'm surprised we didn't get a Sky Blue run in at some point.
I like. Why is their finisher called the Doctor Bomb?
I think it's just because that used to be that's just its regular name, and I just don't think they renamed it for.
Okay, I was like, Doctor Bomb. Am I missing something? Is she a doctor?
No, that's what it used to be called. It used to be called the Doctor Bomb. So
Okay, and who's the originator of this move?
oh God, I'm drawing a blank to his name.
Is it Dr. Schultz?
No, it's Dr. Death Steve Williams.
Yes.
That's who it was.
I didn't know that.
There you go. Learn
See,
something.
like in
new every-
WWE, they wouldn't call it the Doctor Bomb.
No, they would have renamed it.
Yeah, or they just would have called it, oh, it's a power bomb.
Yeah.
Everything's a power bomb.
Or they would have called
Super
it
power bomb.
they would have called it like the waist grip spinning power bomb or something silly like
Yeah.
that. Justin, what do you think of this match?
Serviceable, like you said. I'm sorry. I wish I had more to say about this match, but it's just serviceable.
So you guys want to talk about Crown Jewel for a bit?
Not
Sure,
really.
we can
I
talk
didn't
about
see. I
Crown
didn't see. I didn't
I
see.
didn't
So I'm
see
gonna
it
let
either,
you guys.
but
I didn't watch it because I have not
but we
watched.
know the results, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I know the results.
Yeah, so just a big disappointment. They didn't let Drew beat Seth freaking Rollins. Logan Paul is the new U.S. title. That's the one you kind of did think a title change would happen.
Yep.
Okay. I thought it was still gonna be Ray, but
And the rest are just like the obvious choices, right?
here's my thing. John Cena retired, correct?
Basically, yes.
So why?
Oh, John
send him-
Cena lost.
So why send
Yeah,
him to
he took.
Saudi?
Yeah, he lost to Solo. He took like 5 Samoan spikes.
I can't believe this is how you're going out.
Yeah, like
Saudi
apparently-
freaking Arabia.
I mean, he even had to get special permission from SAG-AFTRA just to come back to the WWE for this little bit.
I don't like this at all for John Cena.
No. Yeah, like it was weird. Like it feels like I feel like Cena has to be like he probably shouldn't come back. He's done nothing but lose. I don't think
Well, that's what I was thinking. You have a big win over Solo.
He did say the last time he ever won a match single wise was I think 2008 2018.
Yeah, it's been like 5 years since he's won a singles match on television.
And you send him out to Saudi Arabia just to lose a solo. Okay, cool.
And not just lose a solo, get buried by solo. Like, I guess this
Yeah.
tells me that maybe he has some insider knowledge on this strike ending sooner rather than later.
Well, that's the thing. It's like I guess Solo's a bigger star, but are you like impressed that like are you looking at him as a bigger star?
No. He's literally just still Roman Reigns' sidekick. That's all he is.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah,
have
speaking.
the WWE has done a horrible job of building anybody up with any credibility.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
speaking. I'm sorry, but speaking of Roman, why book LA Knight against Roman just to lose?
For the
did he
same
come
reason
close?
for the
Did he
same
come
reason
close?
they did Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. You build up all these guys who are fan favorites who you could have pulled the trigger at any time just to have Roman beat them.
No, but the thing is, LA Knight being in that match still puts LA Knight over.
It does. I'm not saying anything against LA Knight. This is more me taking Triple H to task. Like
No, the thing is having him in that main event, he's a bigger star even if he loses.
I mean, yeah, but here's my problem. Now you have your main title on a part-timer who isn't there.
Yeah.
And you have your US title. I'll believe that he's there. He says he's going to be there full time. I'll believe it when I see it. But basically, SmackDown has nothing at the moment. The tag titles are a Raw thing. It's the Judgment Day. They're on Raw. There's literally nothing to do on SmackDown.
The women's tag titles. The women's titles.
Yeah, sure. But I mean, for the men, there's nothing to like. It just feels like
You have
pointless.
Gunther. No, Gunther is not.
Gunther's on Raw.
Yeah, that's right.
And the reports are you're not going to see Roman again until the Rumble,
Yeah.
which means he's not going to be at Survivor Series.
Nope.
Nothing in December.
Yeah, because he was at Saudi Arabia. Now you won't see him for a while.
Yeah. Kairi Sane came back. You see that?
I heard about that. Yeah.
And apparently she's not coming alone, per the
Oh.
reports. I don't know what that means.
Juicy Justin's trying to come back.
I see that.
Right now, he's just a little ball turning around. Should we move on to the next segment here?
Okay, yeah. So after Emi Sakura and Willow, we get an interview with Samoa Joe, where you got Lexi Nair giving him his flowers, saying you're the longest reigning champion, ROH TV champion. And Joe's like, I've beat everybody. Enters Keith Lee. I cannot wait to see this match. I think this is going to be a phenomenal match on Wednesday. What do you think, Canada Dry?
Oh, which match?
Keith Lee and Samoa Joe.
Yes. This is what we need from Keith Lee.
I would love it if they put the title on Keith Lee. Let him go to ROH and work with the young people, and Joe can come over here and start doing what he's really meant to do.
Are you hurting Joe by having him lose, especially in the middle of this MJF thing?
I don't know. I feel like Joe's one of those guys, is like a Danielson. Like, he can lose and he's going to be perfectly fine.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, but in this, I think if he wasn't part of this MJF story, like, does that hurt his credibility as the I could help you sort of thing? Like, how can you help me? You just lost.
Maybe. I guess, yeah, you're probably right. Maybe hold off on that. But
Yeah.
What do you think, Justin? Match between Samoa Joe and Keith Lee.
first of all, I just wanted to apologize to you guys for me cutting out a little bit there.
Yep, it's all good.
Second of all, I really enjoyed this match, and the last thing I heard when I came back was what Canada Dry was saying, and I agree with what you guys were saying. I don't know. I really don't know how this is gonna go with this whole storyline. Does it hurt? It could, but I guess we won't know until we get to it.
Yeah, I think MJF is eventually going to pull the trigger on Samoa Joe and say,
I think Samoa Joe is going to be his tag partner for Full Gear.
yes, that would be good.
I think that's what we're leaning
I
to.
want to keep those. I want to keep these tag belts. I'm willing to do it for you, Adam Cole.
Because if you remember, Adam Cole said at the beginning of the show, like, you should really consider Samoa Joe's offer.
Yeah.
So I think Joe will be.
I think that makes sense.
Here's a question for you guys. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna know the answer to this, but do you guys like the ROH tag titles being defended on the pre-show, and then give MJF maybe 3 hours to prepare for Jay White?
The more MJF, the better. I love it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I am too.
Like, I think especially considering before this run, like the last 3 years, we've gotten a total of 6 MJF matches.
Yeah,
So
it kind of makes sense because now he's a babyface, and we want to see more babyface.
Yeah,
I just remember him say. Sorry, Karen Joy. I don't mean to cut you off, but I just remember him saying last week on the exclusive of Collision, saying I'm wrestling as much as you people want me to wrestle.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Shawn Michaels or Bret Hart before their main event they wrestle for the tag team titles in the pre-show? Or Hulk Hogan, just any big name.
Hogan would never do it, but I could see Bret doing it. I could see Shawn doing it. But definitely not a Hogan. Yeah, that doesn't work for me, brother.
Shawn, one night, brother.
Shawn, I could see. Bret, I could see. Hogan, absolutely not. If you ask
defend the titles, yeah.
if you ask
Mega Powers connect, yeah.
If you ask Goldberg, he'll probably no, I'm just wrestling the main event for 5 minutes and now I'm leaving.
That's all he's capable of doing.
Yep.
Do you know what the sad thing is?
What's that?
Bret Hart's last tag team championship is with Goldberg.
Ooh.
The last tag gold of his career.
I don't even remember that in WCW.
Yes.
My God.
WCW. Bret Hart and Goldberg beat Nash and Scott Hall.
Oh no.
Before the new NWO formed.
Oh, that's rough.
Yes.
Okay, guys. Now we're on to the main event of the evening, which is our 8-man tag match. Big Bill, Ricky Starks, and Gates of Agony versus FTR and LFI. I mean, this was an okay match, I guess. I guess I'm kind of, by this point, worn out on the multi-man matches on this show. There's a lot of them. But, I mean, it was good. Sit there. Everyone got over. Everyone looked good in this match.
Big Bill looked great.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on this match, Justin?
I'm like you, bro. I was kind of worn out by the multi-man matches too, but this was absolutely the good decision to put this as the main event, because if they open with this match, bye.
What do you think, Canada Dry?
Yeah, way too many multi-man matches in this show, and when you get an 8-man tag as your main event, I'm kind of a little bit checking out. I gotta be honest.
Yeah,
because it's it's hard to get that flow going because everyone has to have their spot.
Yeah, it's like everyone's got to get their stuff in, and it's just every it's controlled chaos. But
Yeah.
at the end of a 2-hour show, it's kind of a little too much in my opinion.
I did enjoy Roosh.
Roosh looked like $1 million in this match.
Yeah, Roosh doing the big rig with FDR.
Yeah.
Something we didn't talk about was Andrade being questioned by Lexi Nair about LFI and
CJ
when
Perry.
he's gonna talk about CJ Perry. He said, next week I'm gonna talk face to face with CJ Perry and let her know.
So you think we're going to get a Andrade and a Miro match? Probably another one.
It
Actually
makes sense because did we already get them?
I feel like we had them in a match. Maybe I could be wrong. Either way,
No, I don't remember seeing them in AEW.
You know what would be interesting? Having these two as a tag team. Or like in a stable.
Or if they somehow recruit Miro to LFI and CJ. But I don't think that's going to happen.
I mean, there is one more person coming to LFI. They've said out on Twitter that we are 4, but there's only 3 of us. We'll introduce the 4th member in time.
It's got to be Andrade.
You would think so. It would make the most sense for it to be Andrade.
What I speculate now that you said that is that Andrade embarrasses her.
Okay.
And pisses Miro off.
And Miro comes out to
defend his woman.
To defend the honor of his wife. I could get behind that. And then you give us a story between Andrade and Miro. I'd be down for it. That'd be great.
But I don't know. Like, I feel like we could book a better show sometimes than WWE and AEW.
Yeah. Okay. And then after that, House of Black, lights go down. House of Black comes out. Ambush FTR, Wheeler. Of all the people, Wheeler and Claudio come out to make the save. Now, you guys both know I love the BCC, but I'm very confused because it feels like on Dynamite they're heels.
Yeah, that's what I was
on
thinking
Collision
too.
Their faces.
Yeah, I was confused by that.
But either way, I'm down for a BCC versus a House of Black. Any combination of those matches.
So, House of Black in their promo, they say that they're like they want to recruit FTR kind of thing.
That would be interesting.
That's what it seemed like they were insinuating. Like, you need to be reshaped and not worry about too much about gold. And like that's what it seemed like they were doing.
It definitely felt like they were trying to compliment, like a backhanded, like compliment kind of thing. What do you think, Justin? What do you think about this whole, yet again, another run-in schmaz at the end of a match?
I don't know. I didn't mind the House of Black like interfering in this one because it's new. We didn't get to see this yet, like tonight. But Wheeler and Claudio. I don't know. I'm kind of intrigued by this, but House of Black trying to recruit FTR. I'll give it a chance. I just want to see where this thing goes.
Okay. Right. So before we get to the end of the show, I do want to. Do you guys see the big matches announced for Wrestle Kingdom in January?
Yes, this is a good talk because we have Bryan Danielson challenging
Kazuchika Okada, which they brought up tonight that Okada accepted. So that's official for Wrestle Kingdom. And then,
I just hope Bryan Danielson just gets something else broken.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just really hope that he's healed by January.
I think he will be, or they wouldn't have ran this. And then there's who was it? It was Dave Finlay versus Moxley versus Will Ospreay for the US/UK titles.
It's a three-way.
Yes, it's a three-way match. What's really interesting was after the show in Japan, Will Ospreay came out and said, I want these two in a triple threat match, and I either want a new title because David Finlay smashed both the US and UK heavyweight titles, or I want you to bring back the Intercontinental title.
Okay, we'll see what they
I'd
do.
be all down for bringing back the IC title.
But I wouldn't mind it being like him getting a custom British style title.
Well, I mean, I guess we have plenty of time to talk about this, but I think Finley's going to win this. Because I think Will Ospreay's going to AEW.
Yeah.
How much longer in his contract though?
February. So
Okay,
basically,
but he
Wrestle
doesn't need
Kingdom.
Yeah, January. And you could have him pin Moxley.
Yeah, you could have.
You could pin Ospreay.
Yeah, you have Finley pin either one. I would pin.
Well, it depends if they're trying to bring him back or not, right?
I'm sure they are. Yeah, I'm sure they are.
You're like, they don't want to lose Will Ospreay.
No, nobody wants to lose Will Ospreay.
So if you're like, okay, you got to give up the belt until we figure this out. You don't want to make him look bad.
Yeah, but
That's what
like
I think.
the great
Moxley
thing is
pin.
even if Ospreay signs with AEW, he's still free to go work New Japan. So
yeah.
But while we're on the topic of Will Ospreay, did you hear the rumor of WWE's pitch for him?
Yeah, he'd be the face of NXT Europe.
Yep.
I don't like it. You're essentially making him the face of the fourth brand.
Well, not just that. I'm sorry. I'm not taking Will Ospreay, arguably the greatest wrestler in the world today, and saying, hey, go be the face of our developmental brand in Europe. Why?
Well, I don't know if I'm buying that's true either.
I don't know. That's just rumors that I've heard.
Yeah, well, yeah, think of the matches with Seth Rollins. Think of the matches with like
AJ Styles.
Yeah. So like that doesn't make sense. Unless you're trying to woo him. You see, you're still close to home.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It was for a while because Will Ospreay was like, I don't want to move to the US. But apparently that stance has softened a bit as of late. He's now more willing to move to the States.
Well, yeah, I think that All In show really moved the needle for him in that sort of way. It's like, how many people am I in front of right now?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that definitely plays a big part into it.
All right, shall we give our flowers and our bells?
Yeah. So we will start with Justin. Favorite match, favorite segment, how many bells?
All right, who's going first?
Justin.
I want to give this a 10.
Well, tell us your favorite match first.
Okay, I guess the 8-man tag. So the main event would be my favorite. Segment. Ooh, I think I'm not gonna say the sky blue one because it's the third time that we've seen it. So maybe the MJF thing, I guess.
Which match did he say?
The main event was my favorite match.
Okay.
The segment would have to be MJF.
What are you giving the rating?
I'm giving it a 9. I would give it
No,
a 10.
it's out of 5 bells.
Oh, okay, then I'll give it a 4. Okay, so I'm glad you say 5 because I was about to go 9 out of 10 on this.
You about to go Meltzer on us.
Oh man.
I'm
Okay,
giving
Canada
this.
Dry.
Hold on. I'll explain why I'm giving this a 4 though.
Okay.
I'm giving this a 4 because there was way too many multi-man matches, and they need to cut down on this on Collisions or Dynamite.
All right. Fair enough. Canada Dry.
Yeah, I'm going to give my match of the night to Swerve and AR Fox. That thing just flowed well, just like right out of the gate from the start of the show. It was enjoyable. My segment of the night, I will give that to. I'm going to give that to Dalton Castle for slamming the trophy outside of the ring. And I'm going to give this a 3.5.
All right, so my match of the night is the opener, is AR Fox and Swerve. Absolutely loved it. It was so fun. My segment, I'm going to give it, just because it got me excited for next week, I want to go with the Samoa Joe interview where they revealed Samoa Joe and Keith Lee. Because it's just, tonight there wasn't nothing like that really stood out, which is weird because usually Collision has that one thing that really stands out.
Well, the start of the match, the start of the show.
Yeah, and I'm with you, Kendra. I'm giving this 3.5. Like, this was a fine show. Nothing horrible, nothing super fantastic. So,
yeah, I feel like unless the show is really bad, I don't think it should go too far below 3.5.
yeah. So that means that our average for this week is 3.67.
Yeah, that's not bad. Noob gives a 3 out of 5 bells. Too many multi-man matches, he says as well.
Okay, so what we got left? Just to plug all our stuff, right?
Yeah, we'll just head on over to Pro Wrestling Tees /F and Wrestling and pick up yourself a shirt. Other than that, on behalf of the F and Golden Graham, on behalf of Juicy Justin, and on behalf of Canada F and Dry, have yourself a wonderful night. F and Golden Graham, why don't you see everyone out with a big speech?
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, life, as we all know, is tough, especially in today, whereas be it mental issues, financial issues, physical issues, just know there are people here who think this world is better with you in it. We don't want to. I'd rather you call me at 2 a.m. than I get the call at 6 a.m. and say, hey, you're no longer here with us. I promise you, you reach out to me, to Canada Dry, to Justin. We're going to listen to you. Same with all the other people that you see on this podcast. If you have something, you need to talk to someone, we are here. So with that said, I need you guys to remember, times get tough. You need to pick yourself up and dust yourself off. But you remember to put that fist out and to just keep fighting.
This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/effing wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effingwrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it.
Welcome to Jelly Bean Weekly. I got my co-hosts here. We're talking about our favorite types of jelly beans today. Golden
Root
Graham.
beer.
I love root beer jelly beans. Juicy Justin, what's your favorite kind of root jelly bean?
He likes them juicy Perry ones.
I think that he doesn't know what kind of jelly bean he likes because he just hasn't tasted them all yet. Me, I like the orange ones. See you later, everybody.
Good night.